Hi Aries. So today we're going to go ahead and do a love reading for you. This is going to be for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. We have the Four of Wands and we have here the Knight of Wands in reverse. So with the Four of Wands, I feel for many of you, this is also going to be a time where you do feel like there is acceleration in your life. I'm getting that there will be some type of positive news, or there is good news coming into your life, or maybe you've already felt this, you've already been feeling like things are taking more of a positive turn. There's a turn of events here, or there's a feeling of like almost being at the tail end of a celebration of some sort, or you're almost reaching a celebration. Again, I do feel like with the Four of Wands, this has a lot to do with your foundation. I'm getting actually this is also like if you've been trying to achieve something for a long time. I think this is like there's a revealing of this light. It's almost like there's a light kind of shining here in the background with this circle and this house in the distance. I feel many of you are very close to achieving a strong goal that you've had, or you're very close to achieving something that you've been wanting to create for your life. And what I'm getting is that you've learned so much right now for a while. I mean, you've learned so much, but right now, the flowers here in the background are coming up to indicate that there's parts of you that are blossoming. So again, I feel for many of you, this is a message, especially if you've been on this journey for a while, or maybe things were different, years ago, or things have been kind of slowly evolving for you. What I'm getting is that you are getting back to basics in your life. I'm hearing you're getting back to basics in some way, which could mean different things, but the basic of it is that you're getting to a sense of stability within yourself more so, or you're climbing towards a blooming. It's like a flower that had to bloom over a long period of time. It could be a shorter amount of time, but I'm getting it's like a longer period of time for some reason that has been slowly beginning to bloom. The flower was closed up maybe before and it's starting to open further and further. And so I do feel many of you are going to be experiencing a turn of events and luck entering your life, which is going to start to trail in very small, is what I'm getting. So you could notice that certain things are beginning to improve, or certain things are getting better for you, or maybe you find lucky breaks here and there. And this is Spirit, your guides wanting to come through to tell you that you are climbing sort of a ladder here, but the ladder for you is not so much a ladder of like success, even though that's part of it. You are attracting success. It's more of a ladder of you developing into who you're meant to become in this lifetime. So for many of you, your purpose maybe, or just a feeling of you shining out in like your light, or shining out boldly and authentically from your core. And that's something developing here for you. And these flowers, it's like kind of like moving into spring. It's like you're moving into the spring time of your life where things will start to grow and develop and to flourish, and you've been watering that garden for a while. It's kind of like sideways here, which is why I'm getting for some of you it's been like you've been watering it, but maybe it's still like a flower that's struggling to see the light, or it's still a flower that's struggling to fully grow because the light has been maybe a little bit dimmed, or the light has not shown in completely. And this is just your journey, this is your process, this is where you've come from. It's part of the journey. What I'm getting is that there's a nice balance here coming in for you of the yin and the yang. So you could be somebody also who has had to go through, I mean, we all do, but a balance between the feminine and the masculine. And what Spirit is saying is that you're starting to embrace more of the feminine side of yourself. You're starting to embrace more of the feminine aspect of allowing joy and allowing flow and allowing abundance and allowing happiness and ultimately abundance to come into your life. Whereas before, or maybe still kind of halfway here, there's been certain things that have been needing to be resolved here somehow in your life, where you've needed to find that balance. Okay. At the bottom, we have the beautiful renewal. Yeah, so it's like there's a renewal happening for you. There is What I'm hearing is divine intervention happening for you. There's steps being taken, again, on your journey, on this process, that you will start to see evidence of. Let's see. Spirit, what is this renewal here for this reading? So there's a feeling of honesty here. I think this came up actually when I posted on my Instagram about the new moon in Virgo coming up. So it could be tied into the new moon in Virgo that's coming up here in a few days. There's a feeling of having to be very honest. It's like there's a really strong level of honesty coming up in this reading. And I don't know, I think it's honesty of the self, honesty for yourself, having honest intentions, but also having to be, something is being revealed to you about the honesty or the lack of honesty maybe of people around you, or maybe someone around you. So there's a feeling here of you having to see the truth, and the truth is being illuminated more and more in your life. What is this truth here? So Spirit's saying that this has been a process where you've had to take a step back, or maybe they're still encouraging you to take a step back right now, because what's happening essentially, kind of like what I said with the Four of Wands, is that there's a feeling of you kind of entering into a time where there is going to be more stability brought into your life. And this Four of Wands could even be indicating like a happy relationship, or even marriage, or an engagement, or something that's going to be taken further for you. But what I'm getting is that it's had to, you, something about having to wait for this, or this is the right timing that's coming in for you. There's a feeling here of this violet energy around the head is what I'm being drawn to. There's a feeling of a spiritual, like essentially a spiritual revolution happening for you, but also spiritual alignment, where something here about, what's the word for it, like something about your growth that has led to this. Many of you could also be getting a lot of maybe activations or sensations around your crown chakra right now. Or if you don't, it's just know it's happening regardless. It's like you're being kind of, how to explain this energy? It's like you're being kind of, you're just entering into more growth. I can't think of the word though I'm looking for. This card just flipped out though. We have create. So yeah, this could be a very creative time, which is very feminine too, to tap into that very creative energy, the womb space, the creativity, the expression. I feel many of you, I'm also getting, are not holding back anymore when it comes to how you express yourself, which could be through art of some sort. It could be through music, art, dance. It could be through writing. It could be through whatever your, even just your overall energy, how you carry yourself and how you show up in the world, how you emit your energy. It's like that's actually what this is. That's probably why they're waiting for me to pull that card. The creation here for you, the orb of light, is that crown chakra violet energy, because when you're more in tune with the universe, when you're more in tune with source and with God and your higher self, you're creating more authentic expression of you. So many of you are actually going to be feeling much more, whether you're actually creating something in terms of artwork or something you're doing, or just again the expression of yourself. It's like even creation can be, like, it sounds kind of, but it's like the way that you walk, or the way that you dress, or the way that you show up in the world. Something is shifting within that, or will shift here, because I feel like there's more of this sense of connectedness here to your purpose and to your heart and your and again, that's what's bringing in the Four of Wands, because the Four of Wands, especially in this deck, is surrounded with all of these flowers, and it says, so much to celebrate. Send gratitude to the divine and the angels for the peace and prosperity coming to you, peace and contentment in your personal life. And that's what this renewal is here too. So I feel like this creation here for you is also going to be part of this. Let's see, Spirit Guides, what else for the Divine Feminine right now? What do you need to know? This is my Oracle deck, by the way, the Voyage of the Soul. And I'm going to use my other new deck in this reading as well. We have Enchantment. And we have Aura. Yeah, so there's that kind of orb here too. So I do feel many of you are being protected here, but you're also elevating your energy. I'm getting that you could be spending more time maybe eating healthier or focusing on your diet, your lifestyle, your energy levels, and making sure that you are prioritizing that, because I'm seeing that as your vibration keeps rising and continuing to glow up and to rise up, it does make you more susceptible to energies around you. So what I'm getting with the Knight of Wands here is that you are kind of at a pivotal point of having to make a decision, or if it's not a decision, it's also that you are at a point where there's certain things that are not lining up to you anymore, or are not going to line up for you anymore. And that's where I'm getting this aura is coming in. But Spirit does want you to know that you are being protected regardless of what you think. So let's see. What else, Spirit? What I'm getting with the renewal, the judgment, and the enchantment here is that something is coming back to you. You're getting, so this could be, it's like I'm getting a rubber band here, but it's coming back to you like a ricochet, but not in a bad way, in a good way. In a way where what you put out there is coming back to you tenfold, you know, if that makes sense. So you're receiving back what has been meant to be yours all along, is what I'm hearing with this. Again, something with this purple halo here. It's like it was protected from you for a while somehow. But yeah, something is coming back to you. It's being owed back to you, or it's coming back to you. I'm also getting that you could be tapping into an energy that you have not felt for a while. Or you will be feeling this enchantment, this dazzling energy. This has romance here too. Fairy tales, surprises, charm. So I'm getting that if you have lost something within yourself, you're regaining it back. If you've lost, you know, an energy about you, or a vitality about you, or something you want to regain in your life, what's happening is that you're actually slowly replenishing this energy. I'm getting with the aura here also, you've been calling back your energy for a while, whether you know it or not. Maybe you don't know it, maybe you do know it, but you've been calling back your energy for a while. You've been like step by step and piece by piece, you've been calling back parts of you and fragments of yourself. And this is why you are about to receive this renewal and this judgment, this enchantment. There's a feeling of being kind of on the receiving end now, whereas before maybe you felt like you had to push for things, or you had to push for things to happen. So I'm getting that you will be pleasantly surprised at kind of what comes into your life and how it comes in. I'm getting that the method at which it comes in might be very different than what you had expected, or it's going to come in through a means at which you don't directly see. That could be anything that happens, but it's going to allow that room for that growth. So let's see. I feel some of you also could be getting into a certain vibe that you've been something about that. Like, I don't know if maybe you felt a certain way years ago that you haven't felt for a while, or if there's something you're getting back here with these lights. There's something you're getting back to, or getting back that you lost at some point, is what I keep getting here. It could also be that you are going to be receiving, you're going to be entering maybe into a relationship, or love is coming in for you with the Four of Wands, and this is going to be very enchanting. It's going to be very magical, because again, it's kind of something that is coming back to you. Even if it's not someone that you know, it's like the energy is coming back to you. I think many of you have been in a cycle, some type of cycle that maybe has taken a long time, and now the cycle is beginning to wrap up here. Is there anything else here, Spirit Guides, for the Divine Feminines that you need to know? We have positivity, faith, and optimism. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are going on. Keep the faith and keep going. So yeah, that's just a word of encouragement here from Spirit also to keep the faith right now, because again, with the Judgment card here, you are in the, like, it's in the works here. It's in the work, because remember how the Four of Wands flew out sideways, because for many of you this is going to require just a little bit more time for you, or positivity and faith and optimism, because it seems like right now with the aura as well, you are really attracting good things. They also want you to pay attention to your lifestyle and to your energy, and how, again, things that can affect your aura, like people, negativity, old emotions, stagnation, lack of exercise or hydration or diet, things like that. Because what I'm getting is that you, it's like your mood here, your energy attracts ultimately what comes into your life. And, but in this case, it's more than that, because I think that you, it's like you're asked to keep something up. I don't know, keep it up, whatever you're doing. Keep up whatever good energy that you're currently in, or when you do kind of feel like you're gaining momentum in certain ways, don't give up on that path, because that is the right path. I'm being told that a lot of you, or somebody here, if you need confirmation that the path that you're currently taking is the right path for you, then the answer is yes. It is the right path for you. Is there anything else here for the Divine Feminines? We have sever vows of poverty. It says, dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made, consciously or unconsciously, in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of those vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. So kind of like with the Four of Wands here, the Four of Wands is the opposite of poverty. It's really just being in that beautiful energy of not just like, because it's more of like the energy, and that's, I think, why we have the aura here and the positivity. It's not so much like that you are, I mean, you could be, but it's not so much that you're entering into this time where it's just all about material wealth or money coming in. It's more so like the energy, the vibe of it. I feel many of you are asked to, again, hold like a positive intention right now, hold a positive vibe, because you may have had to struggle with certain poverty mindset, or things that have been happening maybe from a past life, or things that you don't know has happened here for you. I'm getting, it could be traumas that have actually caused, what I'm hearing is that this has actually caused blockages in your aura, in your energy field, which is why we also have this come up here too. Many of you could be going through a very powerful time here, whether you are knowing it or not knowing it, that you're removing those kind of daggers, is what I'm hearing. Daggers in your heart, or daggers in your energy that have been accumulating and keeping you from your abundance. Some of you may have struggled a lot with your abundance recently, or for a while. We have dreams of abundance here too. And this is where I feel like this will have to turn for you. The luck will eventually have to turn, especially if it's been a long time coming. But I do feel like with the renewal, the Judgment card too, and the sever vows of poverty, it is important to look at your past and look at anything that's causing blockages for you, because again, it's like, you're maybe it's almost like somebody who's carrying a bucket of water like up a hill, and they're trying to keep all the water in the bucket. um I don't know why I'm getting that, but there's something about like having to keep your cup full as you keep climbing the mountain, and it's like it can be hard because you want to drop it, or it can be hard because, but once you reach the top of the mountain, you don't have to carry it anymore. And that's the feeling I'm getting with the renewal, the Judgment card. Like you have had to keep the faith, the unwavering faith, even if things have been challenging and difficult. And they want you to hold it out for a little bit longer because, like, something here is. I don't know, it's like there's a breakthrough happening here, but that's the best visual that's coming to me for some reason. It's like if you have to keep carrying that up the hill, but you feel like giving up, but they're saying that to not give up because the water that you've kind of set your intentions into is, is happening for you, I guess, is how that's how I'm getting it. um so let's see what else we have. I'm going to use my new deck, the Rhythm of Love Oracle. So this could be what else you need to know here for you, Divine Feminines. So Spirit Guides, is there any other message right now for the Divine Feminines here watching this reading? What is it that they need to know? Is there any other message here for the Divine Feminines that you need to hear at this time? Okay, so we have someone sees you as withdrawn, introverted, and distant from them. Take all the time you need to soul search, but just know that you are sending out signs that you are no longer interested. Give a little more if you want a little more in return. At the bottom, we have someone can't quite figure you out. Are you in or are you out? Let them slowly unravel your seductive mystery. They're going crazy wanting to know more, but this is exactly what keeps them intrigued. So this could be a message for some of you where this is somebody who maybe you have had a relationship with or who you have distanced yourself from, you've walked away from, and maybe you have chosen to kind of go in solo mode or go in silence here. And I feel like Spirit's saying that this is an opportunity for you to decide what you want. I'm getting that you are going to have options here when it comes to love, and maybe even, again, with the Four of Wands, you're just in a really good position, or you're entering into a good position. Whatever's happening in your love life right now, you are going to be having the options here, is what I keep getting. It's like you may have had to distance yourself or withdraw from a situation, but you are actually going to have options here because it's almost like when we want something too much, obviously we repel it. So if in the past you felt like you were holding on tightly to something or someone, you've learned how to kind of heal that and reconcile that within yourself, which is why you're heading towards the Four of Wands energy. So it's really going to be up to you what you want. What else about that? I am getting for some of you, though, it's going to depend on what's going on for you, but for some of you, I am getting that the universe is asking that you meet them halfway a little bit more when it comes to something that you want. It doesn't have to be love for all of you. It could even be this is speaking about a career or something. But it's almost like they are asking that you trust in the universe a little bit more, because it's like you have to kind of move. You have to move in order to get, you have to take inspired action to get what you want. So they kind of want you to get moving, like, in a way. We also have this card flip out. So there's something about your lips, about your kiss that has your lover hooked. The chemistry is sizzling right from the very first kiss. They long to feel you more, just to melt into the closeness of your touch. So this could be, again, there could be a connection here that you either have in your life or that's entering into your life that is very much something that I feel like this is coming in the future. This is something that maybe you are going to experience where you have this connection with somebody that's very much magnetic and has so much chemistry and attraction. Again, the Four of Wands, there's just a lot of like fruitful energy coming in, very like juicy energy, I guess, that I feel is coming into your life. And this may be where you will feel that when you do connect with this person, you'll know who they are. You'll know who this person is. You'll know kind of um, that it's right when it's right. Let me see. Let me get one more here. Anything else here for the feminine energies? We have your partners see you as someone who has a deep connection to the divine. You are very tapped into the spirit world, and it is one of the most important parts of your life. This may scare some who don't share the same beliefs. You are protected and guided. Wow. So yeah, I feel like you are very protected right now when it comes to this same little halo of purple energy is what I'm getting. You're very connected to spirit. There's a deep connection that you have right now to spirit. And that's where I feel like the universe is working with you to sort of bring you what you want, what you deserve. Many of you, or some of you, have been feeling quite disappointed in love, or maybe disappointed because you feel like you haven't met that special person yet, or you haven't met you haven't met that person yet. But it's like what I'm kind of getting here is that you are very much in the middle of this reading, kind of being sheltered in a way. Like, I feel like you're meant for something greater, or you're meant for greater love, whatever it is, or maybe both. And I think that there's been times that you've been sacrificing yourself for other people. And that's where the sever vows of poverty comes in here, too, because you are kind of like your energy levels are opening up overall to kind of allow more love to come into your life, more of what you want to come into your life. So I think some of you are choosing to go into a different direction. This could be about your love life. You could be choosing to go into a different direction where maybe you're open to new love, or you want to meet new people or new love. And this is part of why, because I'm getting some of you may have been in a separation maybe from somebody, and this is part of why this has happened here for you, so that you can regain or reconnect to your divinity. And this is a very powerful kind of feeling here for you to tap into that. The King of Cups is showing up at the bottom here. Let's see, is there anything else here, Spirit Guides, please, for the Divine Feminine energy? Ooh. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Two of Cups reversed, the Three of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, now I'm hearing that song, This Kiss, This Kiss, This Kiss, which is what we have this kiss here. So there's something about a kiss. With the Two of Cups in reverse, you know, there may have been a distant, again, maybe you've had to disconnect from somebody in love, or you've been feeling like the connection between somebody has been lacking, or there's just a feeling here of someone not meeting your expectations, which could be one person, or it could be just where you've been coming from overall. And I feel like this has been disappointing for you. It's been maybe a setback for you, or you feel like you've had to, with the King of Cups here, again, I feel like you're entering into a time where I think this is more so you, but we also have the King of Pentacles, which is where I feel like you're actually attracting this abundance, this Four of Wands. The King of Pentacles can be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but it's also connected to this Judgment. It's like the message I'm getting here, it's going to depend on your situation, but the message I'm getting is that you are attracting a more stable kind of life, a more stable career path, a more stable love. For some, it is going to involve a partner who's going to really be somebody who's going to be dependable, someone who's going to be a stable partner that you're looking for, that you really want in your life. And with the King of Cups here, there's a deep, again, spiritual connection here to spirit, to the divine, that you are accepting or stepping into within yourself. But it's like, I keep getting, it's like it's ready now to happen, or it's becoming more ready. It's closer here to happening. There is something very close to happening for you with the Celebrate and the Four of Wands and the Renewal and the King of Pentacles. And I do believe it's going to be about love as well, for those of you who are single. But the reason is because someone is either going to have the qualities that you look for, to where they're almost balancing, like this person here who could be coming in for you is balancing their emotions with their material world as well, and being able to be somebody who can meet you on that level spiritually as well. But for others of you, this King of Cups is you, and you are almost like attracting, kind of in a way, like somebody who is a counterpart for you. Let's see if there's anything else here for the Divine Feminine Energy Spirit. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles also in reverse. So yeah, maybe there has been a delay here for you. There may have been some karmic lessons or things that have been circling for a while for you, that you are finally having the courage to let go of. I'm getting that there's a feeling of having to let go here of something that, you've been holding on to or gripping onto. So I think that this Wheel of Fortune, let me pull a few more cards. They're saying to pull something here from a different deck. So let's use this deck here. Is there anything else here for the Divine Feminines that they need to know right now? We have same, but different. And we have Spirit and Split. Interesting. Come back down to earth. Yeah, so same, but different. I do feel like there is... Let's see, Spirit, help me to tap in here to this. I got distracted by my dog. What is this here? Okay, for some of you, this is a message about those of you who identify with being a star seed here is coming up. There's something about you having to follow your... So I'm getting... So how should I say? There's a couple of different things here, but I'm getting, especially if you are somebody who, again, is a star seed and you are... It's kind of like you're here to be different, or you're here to do something different, but you may have gone down the wrong path, or you may have been sort of taken down the wrong path. Not that it was wrong, really, but that with the Wheel of Fortune reverse and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, something here that you, I'm trying to explain this the best way, something that you had to reclaim within yourself. Like, let's say you were in maybe a toxic relationship, or you were repeating patterns with the Wheel of Fortune reversed. It's been the same thing over and over again because you've had to embrace who you really are first with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, in order to have this abundance and love and romance kind of come into your life. So there's been a part of you here that has to come back down to earth, in a sense of you coming in back home to you, coming back to yourself. And I'm getting this could be, again, for those of you who could resonate with being a star seed, or you have a greater mission here on earth. It's like you maybe were following a path sort of without, like they're showing me like a chicken without with its head cut off. Like you haven't, there's something that's been going around and around here, and the split is you going backwards with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, and the Spirit is where you're heading here with this renewal and the all of this energy here. So it's like, I feel like you've had to rediscover yourself somehow here, Divine Feminines, or you've had to rediscover, rediscover yourself, your power, your purpose, your everything here. And this Wheel of Fortune and the poverty mindset as well has been where maybe things have been the same. Like, especially if you've been experiencing the same thing over and over, maybe in love connections, things have never worked out, or it's the same type of person, or maybe you haven't been able to break free from something to allow more abundance to flow into your life. What they're saying is that it's because, or one of the reasons is because you have not been following the authentic expression of you here with the create, or you haven't been true to you somehow. So now that you're kind of reclaiming, or you are being advised to, if you haven't had this happen, if you still feel like you're in the same and you're kind of circling, they're telling you here to ground yourself, come back down to earth, really know your worth, really know your value, protect your energy, seal your aura, seal your energy, empower yourself, shield yourself, and sever any vows of poverty. So go back maybe into whatever, maybe meditations or past life or your ancestral line, something that has been causing you to feel like you are not worthy, has been subconsciously replaying itself for a long time or for a while. And so you may have lost yourself almost. It's like an astronaut that has been disconnected from their ship up in space and is floating endlessly. So they want you to ground yourself again and to reclaim your sense of power, because that is how you're going to attract more into your life. I hope that makes sense. My nose is itching. So let's just get a few more then, Spirit Guides. Is there anything else that the Divine Feminines need to know right now about their life, their energy? Is there any other message? We have lake, stillness. So come back home to you is what I'm hearing with this. Come back home to yourself. Come back home to the stillness within yourself. So same kind of message here. But I'm getting that you're already there, or many of you are about to be there. It's like you're either already here or you're about to be here, to where you feel like things have kind of settled. It's like if you things have been maybe a little bit up in the air, or you've had to ground yourself again. It's like you're coming back home, and that is essentially what the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles is telling me in this reading, is that you're coming back home to you. And when you do this, when you come back home to you, you essentially come back home to love. You come back home to maybe even a divine counterpart. So you've had to refine that, or rediscover that, I should say. So they're asking that you hold space for yourself right now as you move through any healing that is required of you, or that you are still kind of going through. If things are coming up to the surface for you, it's like I'm getting the lake is very still when you look at it from the outside, but if you were really to look deeper, there's turbulence underneath the lake. So there's things that maybe are still kind of wrapping up for you, I'm hearing, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Wands that kind of showed up sideways. I do think that you are in a process of replanting seeds, I'm hearing, especially in your heart chakra. You're growing. I'm seeing beautiful like flowers or greenery kind of blossoming in the heart chakra, to where you are, again, some of you have not done this yet with the nine of Pentacles reversed and the down to earth, or come back down to earth. Some of you have not done this yet. And if that's the case, this is just Spirit saying, again, to ground yourself, know your worth. You dream bigger when it comes to abundance. Know that your higher self is trying to guide you in the right direction, so that you can sever these vows of poverty that have been making things very difficult for you. And this is where you may have felt like things just keep repeating itself over and over, and it's been very challenging for you to break free from that. So if you kind of take a break and you just instead take a break and go back within and find yourself again, you have to still the waters beneath the you have to go to the core. It's like kind of if you're trying to heal yourself, like let's say you're trying to heal an infection and all you do is you put the band-aid over it, but there's still an infection in your body. You have to clear the infection. You can't just put the band-aid over the wound. So there's a feeling of that coming up here, to where some of you have to address the root cause of whatever it is that's distressing you, or whatever it is causing you to keep circling with this here, you know. So whatever that means for you, whatever it is, if you don't feel this way, again, you could be already making these changes or feeling like the calm is coming in through, the storm has passed, the water is becoming still. And in that case, Spirit's saying that yes, you're on the right path. You're about to receive something that you deserve. You're about to receive this abundance. And but for others of you, if you feel like things are still the same, things are still the same but different, then that's the message for you, to make sure that the water beneath the surface is not still bubbling, because if it is, you're only putting a band-aid over the problem, and the cycle will keep repeating. It's never going to, or it will, but it's going to take a while to truly stabilize again. So think about how that is for you. Is there anything else here for the Divine Feminine? Yeah, we have grounding tree. So yeah, they definitely want you to ground yourself. They definitely want you to stay centered, stay grounded. I'm getting also, when it comes to any adversity around you, any energies that maybe have caused disharmony in your life. Okay, so let's just see if there's any final messages here, Spirit Guides, that the Divine Feminines need to know right now. Is there anything else? Is there anything else here for the Divine Feminines? Okay, so I'm just going to leave it here. I think that's all. So I hope that this reading could help you on your journey. And thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of the day. Take care and lots of love. Love. Love.